What's up, everybody? Welcome to Code Red Nurse Mentor YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, I'm nurse practitioner Aquilla, and I am super excited about today, guys. Today, I get to give you guys some vital information that will help you prepare and be successful in nursing school. Today, you guys get my top 10 tips, things you need to know before you start your first day of nursing class. Let's go. Okay, here's how we're gonna do this. We are going to go from tip number 10 to tip number 1 being the most important tip that you need to know. So you gotta make sure you stick around to the end of this video so that you can get all the information that you need, because this is gonna help you, trust me, be prepared for nursing school. Tip number 10, get some rest. It's finna get real. Listen to me. Make sure you get some rest and you are ready for your first day of your first nursing class, every single one of them. Because in your first day of class, your instructor will be going over the syllabus, a long, wordy document that pretty much outlines every single thing that you need to know to be successful in their class. Important, right? So make sure you're ready. You've gotten good rest the night before, you ate a good breakfast if you eat breakfast, and you got your notepad and your highlighters and your syllabus printed out, and you are alert so that you can take all of this information in. It will help you not be as overwhelmed on your first day of class. It'll also help you if you review that syllabus before you start class. But if you can't do that, getting some rest and being prepared is the most important thing you can do when you start nursing school. You will thank me later. Tip number 9, time management. Okay, listen. 3 things I want you to remember to do, okay? First, review your assignment schedule in your syllabus. It's going to give you every due date for every assignment that you will have in your class from day 1 to the last day of class. 2, review the exam schedule in your syllabus. Again, it's going to give you the dates of the exams, and you will know what you will be covering in each exam, because between exam dates is the content that will be covered in the next exam. Tip 3, get a daily planner. Put all this information in there. As a matter of fact, not only your exam dates and your assignments, but put schedules for your kids in there. Put time you need to spend with your hubby or your partner or your significant other, because time management is going to be so key to you making it through without losing your mind. And I would even schedule sleep. You don't understand it now, but you will. Tip number 8. Say goodbye to your social life. I'm gonna need you to learn how to say no and not feel bad about it. Be selfish with your time. And honestly, plan to spend time with your friends, extended time, on semester breaks. If they are your true friends, they will understand that you are trying to level up right now. And they will be there when it's all said and done. My suggestion is this: have a going away party. Have a going away get together, even though you're not going anywhere. You just started nursing school. That's how serious this is, folks. And spend time with your friends, hang out, laugh, do some shopping, eat, drink, whatever you do with your friends, because this will be the last time that you will devote time to them in this way, because you are trying to reach your goals. And at this point, that is the most important thing. You have to do this. And I have seen nursing students fail because they could not do this. I can't even express to you in words how much time nursing school is going to take of your life. And you gotta be ready for it. And this is one of the ways that you do that. Sorry. Tip number 7. Be prepared to read a lot. Listen, in your syllabus, and I know I've been talking about the syllabus a lot. I talk about it a lot because I cannot stress to you how important it is and how many wonderful gems are in the syllabus, like your grading rubric, which tells you exactly what you're going to be graded on, due dates, projects, so on and so forth. But in your syllabus, you will find your reading assignment. Before each class, you are required to read a certain amount of chapters so that you are prepared for your next class and the lecture that your nursing instructor will be talking about, because the lecture will be based on the reading that you were required to do before class. So listen, when you are studying or reading your texts and preparing to learn and take in new information, I really suggest that before each chapter, there are a set of terms, important terms that are going to be discussed throughout the chapter. They're usually bolded. They're usually right on the first page. Write those down. Know the definitions and the meanings to those bolded words. Here's why. Because the entire chapter is going to be talking about these words. And you don't want to start reading and not understanding what they're talking about because you don't know what the terms mean. Medical terminology is a language all on its own. And in order for you to better understand the information, you want to know what those terms mean. So do that first. And lastly, as it relates to reading, all the reading that you will be doing, please read the required text before you go to the lecture. It never fails. You will have questions. I don't care how smart you think you are. Even if you read every single assignment that you're supposed to read, you're going to have questions. When you go to lecture, you will have your instructor who knows everything that you need to know to be successful in her class, to pass a test. And you will have her there to answer the questions or make sense of the things that you couldn't understand while you were reading. So it's important for you to read before the class. Read before the class. Sorry. I was a nursing professor, and this was a huge pet peeve of mine. Help me help you. Tip number 6. Buy a bag. A big bag with wheels. Because you're going to have big books, small books, heavy books, books, equipment. And there's no need for you to break your back carrying all of this around. So get a little luggage with wheels, the small carry-on type luggage. Put your books in there. It's going to save you a lot of backache. I had to learn that the hard way, so I thought this should be a tip. Tip number 5. Jazz hands. Be prepared to study. Okay. I'll tell you something. Cramming does not work for nursing school. This is when the time management tip comes into play. You have to plan out time to study. Cramming doesn't work. There's too much information for you to cram for an exam the day before and think that you're going to remember everything that you need to know to pass the exam. So, form a study group. Find a study group that's already going on in your school. Get a quiz partner. Or if you can't do it that way, go online, Google quizzes. Say in class you talked about the cardiovascular system. So go to Google quizzes for cardiovascular system in nursing. Ta-da! Bunch of questions come up. Answer those questions. See how well you do. See where your deficits are. It's just a good way to keep the information fresh in your mind and attack it every single day, okay? There is nothing worse than trying to cram for an exam the night before the exam. It does not work, okay? All right. And another thing that you need to do is determine your learning style. What is your learning style? Are you a verbal learner? Are you an audio learner? Are you a kinesthetic learner? Or like you got to do stuff? Or are you a visual learner? Determine, or are you a combination of those things? Determine what your learning style is. Adopt that style when you're taking in information that is important for you to get through your class or to pass a test or to take a skills test, or whatever you need to be doing in nursing school, and use that because it will help you retain the information better. Tip number 4. Okay. This is going to be one of the hardest pills that you will have to swallow, no pun intended, while you're in nursing school. I want you to remember that as long as you've done your best in every single thing that you have attempted to do to get through nursing school, that it's okay if you don't get an A. No, for real, it's okay if you don't get an A. Your patient does not know that you didn't get an A on your test or your exam. They don't know this information. Here's the thing. Testing and exams in nursing school are completely different from anything that you have ever done before. So if you were that person that got all A's in high school when you was on the honor roll and stuff, it may not be that way for nursing school, because in high school and for other tests, normally the questions are knowledge-based. They're asking you to retain a specific piece of knowledge related to the question. So, for example, as it relates to nursing school, a knowledge-based question would be, what is a normal blood sugar? Right? Or what are the signs and symptoms of a low blood sugar? Right? Knowledge-based. Nursing school is not like that. Okay? Nursing school asks you to apply the knowledge that you already know. So listen, if you don't get an A on your test, if that paper that you wrote, that you spent a lot of time on, you didn't get an A on that, all we're concerned with is you passing. That's all you should be concerned with. You want to reach your highest height as it relates to getting through nursing school, because you want to get to the point where you feel like, I understand this, I get this. But I kid you not, I did pretty well in nursing school, but I really didn't grasp what it was to be a nurse until I got out there on that unit at that hospital, acute care, and started putting everything that I learned into real life situations. So again, it's okay if you don't get an A, as long as you know that you tried your best. You know that before your exam, the night before, you were not at the club twerking and sweating and drinking some Hennessy. You studied and you got a good night's rest and you woke up ready for your exam. That's all we can ask. And that's all you can ask of yourself. So don't beat yourself up, okay? Tip number 3. We're almost there. Okay. Tip number 3 is practice NCLEX style questions. Okay. What is the NCLEX? The NCLEX is the exam given by your state board of nursing that will, if you pass it, grant you a license to function as a nurse. Okay? You can't function as a nurse. I don't care how many classes you've taken. I don't care if you even graduated nursing school. If you cannot pass the NCLEX, you cannot go fill out an application for a job as a nurse and practice as a nurse. You have to pass this test. So, as I was saying in the last tip, NCLEX style questions, test questions, exam questions throughout nursing school prepare you for the NCLEX because they are application based, not so much knowledge based. Not that you won't have any knowledge-based questions, but the bulk of the questions will be application-based, okay? So remember that. So like I said, knowledge-based questions before would be something like, what is a normal blood sugar? What is a low blood sugar? What are the signs and symptoms of an elevated blood sugar? Knowledge-based questions, specific facts and terms that you need to know in order to answer those types of questions. NCLEX is going to ask you application-based questions. So what does that mean? NCLEX is going to ask you questions and they're going to assume that you already know what a normal blood sugar is, thereby allowing you to understand what a low blood sugar is and what a high blood sugar is. They're going to assume that you already have this information. So their questions are going to be more like, what will you do for your patient who has a hypoglycemic episode? They're assuming a lot in that question, right? They're assuming, one, that you know what hypoglycemia means, which you better know what it means. Anyway, so they're asking you, what are you doing? They're taking the knowledge that you learn and putting it, basing it to a real life patient, to an actual patient. What are you going to do for your patient in this state? Tell me. And you have to pick the best answer. And I say that casually, but picking the best answer is the second part of what NCLEX questions, wonderful NCLEX questions, have to offer you and the way that they're testing you. Because you are going to have 4, maybe 5 options of answers to this question, right? And let's see, 2 of them out of 5 may have nothing to do with the answer. But the other 3, all 3 of them will answer the question successfully. So what you have to determine is, what is the best answer out of the 3 really good answers for this question? So process of elimination with NCLEX is important. So this is the thing. You have to practice NCLEX questions from day 1. So most nursing schools will give you a book that you can purchase that will walk you through what an NCLEX question is. Read that book. Figure that out. Because knowing what type of question they're asking you is half the battle. And then from there on, every day, you should be doing, starting off, at least 10 to 15 NCLEX questions. And don't worry about if you get them wrong. The point of it is for you to understand how they're going to ask you the questions. Because then you will be able to better know what information you need to recall and how you will answer those questions. As you go through nursing school, you need to increase the amount of NCLEX questions that you review each day, and it should be more and more each day as each semester goes by. So you start off with the first semester where you were reading 25 questions a day. In the next semester, you need to be practicing 50 questions a day. The next semester, you need to be trying to tackle at least 100 questions. Maybe you'll spread that out for 3 or 4 days or a week or what have you. But you have to continue to practice NCLEX questions. It's going to make the process of you taking that NCLEX and understanding what's going to be asked of you so much easier. Okay? Trust me, it will. Okay? And there are tons of online websites that you can go to practice NCLEX style questions. All you have to do is Google them, NCLEX style questions, and put the topic or whatever you were studying. So if it's cardiovascular NCLEX style questions. If it was musculoskeletal NCLEX style questions. If it was endocrine NCLEX style questions. Go through those questions, answer them. Again, don't worry about if you get them wrong. You just need to get used to reading those types of questions so that you are not freaked out when it's time for you to take the NCLEX, okay? Okay. Tip number 2. Okay, listen, celebrate every success you have while you're in nursing school, no matter how big or how small it is. Take yourself out for ice cream. You deserve it. Nursing school is hard. It's hard for a reason. Just like medical school is hard because you're going out there and people are trusting you in the community with their lives. And so it can't be easy, right? So celebrate every single success you have. I don't care if it was you passed the test, maybe not with an A, but with at least a passing grade, that you killed an assignment, a research paper that you had to do, and you did get that A, that you had enough time to prepare for class and read the text before the lecture so that you can ask questions to better understand the information that you read, or that you made it through the lecture without falling asleep. Good job. Celebrate every success. That's what I did. I didn't care how small or how big it was. I was celebrating because I was putting my heart and soul in what I was doing. And sometimes you just have to reward yourself. It kind of helps you to, keep going and not give up. So we made it. Tip number 1. Yes, my favorite tip, the most important tip that I have to give you in this video, which is why I asked you to watch this video until the end. The most important thing that you can do to get through nursing school is, wait for it, get a mentor. Oh my goodness. You are going to need support, guidance. You are going to need that through a mentor. Now, listen, a lot of people don't have someone who has been through nursing school that they can just call up and go to. But if you do, that's great. Say you're working in a healthcare facility already. Become buddies with a nurse. Surround yourself with people who are at that higher level that you're trying to get to, so that you can feed off of them, so that you can pick their brain and ask them questions to help you kind of keep pushing towards your goal. But if you aren't in that situation and you don't know anybody personally who can be your nursing mentor, who has been through what you're about to go through and who can guide you and support you, do me a favor. Join Code Red Nurse Mentor and Support Group. We have a huge mentor and support group on Facebook, and it's called just that, Code Red Nurse Mentor and Support Group, where there are, I think we're at close to about 200 members of nurses, professional nurses, nurses getting their doctorate, family nurse practitioners, clinical nurse specialists, LPNs, medical assistants, surgical techs, nursing students, a huge resource and network of men and women who are where you're trying to go or are going through the same steps that you're going through to get where you're trying to get. So go there, join the group. Do it now after the video's over. Go to Facebook and join the group, because if you don't know someone personally, you can get to know someone on that Facebook group. I have my partners Evelyn Marshall and Tasha Bratcher and myself, we're on there every single day, and a lot of other nurses and students that contribute to the page. Every day we put tips on how to get through certain exams. We do medication calculations, pharmacology information, med-surg information, anything that you need to know, picking your class, time management, whatever you need to know. But you can develop a personal relationship with someone in that group, or you can just post a comment on the main page and say, help me with this. Does anybody know? What do I do with this? And trust me, either I, Evelyn, Tasha, or any of the other members on that group will be there to help you. Even if you just need to vent, like, we need that sometimes, but we can be your support. So getting a mentor is so important in nursing school or any profession that you aspire to be in. At the Facebook page, Code Red Nurse Mentor and Support Group, we are there to support you and help you finish nursing school. Get a mentor. It means the difference between being successful and not being successful in nursing school. And there you have it, my top 10 tips for preparing and being successful in nursing school. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to Code Red Nurse Mentor YouTube channel. Turn on your alerts so that you can get notifications when we drop videos. I try to drop a video every week. But yeah, just so you know when a new videos come out, it's always really helpful information to help you get through nursing school. Also, don't forget to head over to the Facebook page and join the mentor and support group. It's called Code Red Nurse Mentor and Support Group. And if you want to know more information about Code Red Nurse, you can check us out at our website at www.coderedrn.com. Again, thank you so much. I'm Nurse Practitioner Aquilla. I'm going to get out of here. Enjoy the rest of my day. Hopefully this information was helpful to you, and I will see you guys next time.